Hello everybody and welcome to RNL Gaming Plays. Today we are going to start a mainly unedited run through of Stardew Valley. We're just going to play it with the one goal in mind to have 1 million gold earnings by the end of year 3. We're not overly bothered about getting in relationships, completing the community centre or anything like that. It's literally about the gold. As you can see, we have skipped the intro. If you want to watch the intro, it is available online. Do go and watch that if you've never played the game before or you've never seen the game before. Other than that, we're just going to jump straight into it. We have to start with, for those who don't know, we've got 15 parsnip seeds, we've got 500 golds, and we've got a set of very basic tools. The energy doesn't last long, so we're going to accomplish as much as we can in each day. As you can see, we're on day 1 of year 1, and we've got a long way to go and a lot of work to do before we can get anywhere near completing the goal we've set ourselves. So first things first, we do have to clear out a little bit of space so we can actually plant anything. If you don't know Stardew Valley, I almost called it Harvest Moon then. If you don't know Stardew Valley, it is basically plant some crops, look after your crops, harvest your crops, earn some money, buy some better crops, just repeat ad infinitum, and eventually you can get some animals. Don't know whether we're going to bother with animals on this playthrough. It depends how frugal we're feeling later on. The main goal, of course, is just to get the money. So do expect a lot of farming, a lot of tedious watering of absolutely everything. We are going to hit the mines as well, obviously, so we can upgrade our tools and make life easier for ourselves. But that's not going to come for quite a while. So to start off with, we are going to be monitoring our little energy bar at the side. So we will be doing just enough to get by. Now, we do want to get the crops going as soon as we can. We've got, as I said, the 500 gold given to us by Mayor Lewis. We want to get them planted as well as the 15 parsnip seeds. We need to get as much crops as going as quickly as possible, just so we can start earning the money as soon as possible. The main problem we're going to face is our energy levels, especially this early on. We've got very, very basic tools, so we're not going to be able to do much with it. I mean, as you can see, I've cleared out this tiny area, which is the area we're going to be using to start off with, and it's used almost half of our energy. So we know we need to get at least 15 down. So, and of course our inventory's full. Maybe we can... Nope, we don't have enough wood just yet, so we're going to have to waste a little bit more energy just trying to get enough wood to make a chest. Hopefully it shouldn't take too long, but as you can see, the time is going fairly quickly, and we do want to get as much done as possible in this first day. It will help us in the long run if we can manage to get quite a few seeds going, because the more money we've got, the quicker we can start putting everything to good use later on. So we'll make our first chest just here, and we'll dump in the things that we don't really need just yet. Can we make the... Nope. So for the time being, we're going to save up everything, and we're going to get back to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that should give us 10 on each side. Obviously we've only got 15 at the moment, but we are going to try and get some more. We do want to water it as well, so we're going to just water the full 15 to start off with. That way we can guarantee that our parsnip seeds are going to grow at least. We can always go buy more seeds. 2, 3, 4, 5. But for the time being, we just want to make sure that we've got an initial run, because as you can see, the energy just gets killed so quickly. We'll water the rest of it. We are going to come back, as I say, and we are going to be able to plant a few more. Don't know how many seeds we're going to get away with being able to plant, just because it kills your energy at every turn. One of the main things that we are going to do is we're going to complete the easy community centre ones. The ones that don't take too much effort and we can possibly get a little bit of extra cash from doing. So we've got the foraging bundles we're going to be looking at. We're going to be doing the spring crops bundles. We're going to... there's a donation one that's not going to work against us because we're not actually having the gold here. It's just total earnings that we're after. So all we're going to do now is nip in, and now beans are good because they repeat, so you can just constantly get harvest off that. However, they kind of get in the way. I know it sounds odd, but because they come on a pole, you've got to kind of plant them in such a way that you can walk around them. You can't block anything in, so I'm not a big fan of them. As we're quite poor, we want something quick to grow. Now, I'm hoping that we can find a little bit of extra food so we can get another 15 down. So that's going to be our plan. We're going to start the first day, hopefully, by having 15 parsnips growing. They're going to take 4 days of us constantly looking after. To do that, we're going to need enough energy to look after, because as you can tell, I don't actually have enough energy at the moment to even plant the rest of them. Now, these are good. We can eat these to get a little bit more energy, but for the time being, we're just going to have a nosy around and see what we can have. The good news and bad news is we do need these for the community centre, but we've got 28 days to find them all, so it's not the end of the world if we use them all up now. For the interim, which means for the start, we are not going to work with Georgia. We're going to work against Georgia. God, I hope that's the actual name. I've never worked with them. I've always worked against them and always worked for the community centre. But as we're doing a money run, maybe it would be in our best interest to go and work for them, because it's all about the money. It's all about the dum-dum, dibby-dum-dum. So you'll have to let me know. I'm happy to work against them as well. As always, you know, just keeping the way that I've been playing, because it feels a little bit more natural to work against the corporation in this sort of game. But if you want me to work with them, if you've never seen a playthrough where you turn around and you've become the bad guy, let me know. I'm happy to be the bad guy. I'm happy to see new things. It's something I haven't actually seen myself, so it'd be an interesting turn of events to see just how much it changes the town, and whether cows, whether it is something that is better for us, you know, if we're going to make more money and have more of a good time just working for the man. Yeah, let me know in the comments whether you want us to be the good guys, the bad guys. We can be the rebels, whichever way you want to think of that. I mean, I'm quite happy to do either at the moment. I've not made my mind up who I want to work for. We've only just started day one, running a little bit low on time at the moment, so I better finish up my foraging and head on back and make sure that I've got everything that I need ready by the end of the night. I've never... Hello, am I in your way? Hello. Do you like my glorious beard? Hello. Would you like to come back to my rustic farm? Why are you ignoring? Hello. Who are you? Haley is too involved with her Gamret and slag. Yeah, so we'll go back, we'll finish planting the crops. Over the next few days we want to just build up as much capital as possible. More money, more seeds, more seeds, more money, more seeds. And it just goes round and round and round like that. So I'll need to take the long way around because I don't have the energy to clear my farm enough to get back. I need to be able to hoe another 10 things. I think it'd be a good start if we can start well, finished day 1 with 30 crops planted. Who are you? The local doctor with a dash like that. He reminds me. Who does he look like? What's this? I don't like me. Well, you can sack off. Yeah, so we'll get 30 crops planted. That should give us more money. The more money, more crops, and we'll be millionaires in no time. So eventually I want to start up a bit of a brewery. I think that's something I've not done in my personal playthrough. Any of the artisan stuff, I'd like to give that a go and see whether you can make any money from it. Half of me thinks you can, but then of course you might not be able to. It might just be extra hassle for what's that do? Can I just eat one of those? Let's have a look. Right, 1 sprinkle of water costs 2. That's fine. We've got plenty. Yep, messed up. Right. Also, one of the first things we want to get hold of is a scarecrow, because crows are absolute bastards and they will eat all our crops and cost us a lot of money. For that we need this weed looking thing, fibre. Always get more fibre. And what else do we need? We need to have actually played the game for more than 10 minutes to be able to do that. So let's have a quick nosy around. At this precise moment in time, I don't think there's much that's available to us, but we might be able to get a few extra little bits and pieces. Maybe a few more flowers. I know there's 4 things you can collect by foraging in spring. I don't know whether it's going to be year 2 before you can do it. Only started bothering with the community centre in my personal playthrough in year 2. Epic. Need that. No room. Back we go. So we are getting fairly. Getting started. Nobody cares. Moving on. Oh, worms. Pop. We are getting fairly late on in our first day, but that's fine because, as we've seen, the crops take 4 days to grow, so we've got plenty of time to mooch around and find out all the things that we need to do to be successful later on. We're going to pop them in there, we'll pop them in there. We'll just keep the basics on us at the moment. You can buy accessories. You can buy bigger expansions for your backpacks, and can't remember how much the first one is, but we'll be hopefully able to afford that within the first 10 to 15 days. That is one of the main things that we are aiming for, just to get that bag, because you can fuck off if you think I'm walking around with no room for storage. There is a homeless dude around here, can we? So that homeless dude now will freeze to death. No, he won't. He's fine. Don't worry. He's going to be absolutely fine. Right. These are... If you've ever played Animal Crossing, and Tom Nook, who just absolutely robbed you for bells. You want a bigger house? Bells. This is Stardew Valley's version of Tom Nook. If you want a bigger house, it's 10,000 gold. 10,000. We've got 200. 10,000 just to have a kitchen put into your shack. Not even a decent thing, it's just a kitchen. I believe the next one after that is 50,000. So, yeah, that was Stardew Valley's version of Tom Nook, the thieving raccoons that they are. And onwards we go. Now, there is a question mark here, and ignore it. Right, so as I say, it's getting fairly late. We've accomplished absolutely nothing. Hopefully on the I believe it's the 4th, it could possibly be the 5th. All of our crops will be ready, and we should be able to start our grand scheme of making enough money to get to a 1 million before the end of before the end of year 3. I believe that is one of the hidden goals before it was patched out, to get judged by your dead granddad. Man, that's sick. Anyway, you can since go back anytime you want, as long as you've got the right materials to get judged by your dead granddad. Yeah, that's just sick. Anyway, thanks for joining us. Join us next time for day 2. At the end of this episode, we have earned a grand total of fuck all. Thanks everybody for watching. Join us next time.